looking to share a couple of points around an article that I'm probably going to go into more detail about. And it's all about the 5 steps to creating wealth from broke, literally from a position of having no money. So I'll go through these 5 steps, but first of all, I just wanted to introduce the concept of value. So as people or business people or as individuals, we get paid for the value that we create in different things. So for example, if you can solve a solution for someone, you're creating value. Or if you can improve a process, you're creating value, and people get paid accordingly depending on the value that you're creating. So for example, if you look at Uber, for example, they are solving the problem of looking to get transport much quicker than you would. So they are improving and they are being efficient in providing that service. So that's the first concept. So within value creation, there's also the side to think about in terms of your own SWOT analysis, which is your strength, your weaknesses, the opportunities and threats as well. So, and you see how I link this to the 5 steps in a minute. So, if I just go through the 5 steps to creating this wealth from broke. So, the first part is to understand and be very specific about your reason why. So, you really have to be very specific. Why is it that you're looking to create wealth and improve your life in that way? So, there could be various reasons. So, it could be that you're looking for financial freedom, for example, or you're looking to get and do something that you're passionate about, the things that you like. So, there could be various reasons, but the more burning your reason why, the more you will be motivated to take action in the things that you eventually choose to do in your process of creating wealth. So, as a first step, it's very important to be specific as to your reason why. Now, the second step is, like I briefly described, is understanding the concept of value. So, what is it that you can provide in terms of value? What solutions can you solve? So, when you look at the SWOT analysis, so your strengths, your weaknesses, and the opportunities and threats that are out there. So, now, bearing in mind this is being taken from the concept of being broke, we are assuming that having money is your weakness. So, you look at where your strengths lie or where can you develop strength. So, to give you an example, for example, you can have people who have money out there and they want to invest in property, for example, but they don't have the time. And your strength could be the time that you have, and you can go out there and learn and get that knowledge of, for example, sourcing properties or doing refurb in properties or linking these people up with builders or planners or all sorts of things that you can do. So you can build that as your strength, for example, which means when it comes to creating your wealth, you can connect yourself with the people who don't have the time, but you have the time and the knowledge, and together you can do a joint venture, which then enables you to start creating that wealth. So that's the second part, sort of doing, understanding where you can add value and also doing a SWOT analysis of yourself, find out where your weaknesses and your strengths lie so that you can identify the areas you can improve so you can joint venture and provide these solutions and value to people that you are eventually going to work with. So the third step in the 5-step model is understanding your values. So the things that are really important to you. So it could be family, for example, it could be financial freedom, it could be doing the things that you like, and it could be all sorts. There's a book by Dr. John DeMartini, which is the Values Factor. And also on his website, he does go through a process. They will ask you a number of questions. Once you answer those questions, you can start to begin to identify what your values are, the things that are important to you. Why is this important? Because if you get to do things in business or anything that are in line with your values, then you get to enjoy more what you're doing. Plus, when you get to face challenges in the things that you're doing, it's easier to sort of navigate those challenges, you know. So it's really important to brainstorm and understand what your values are, the things that are really important to you, the things that you're passionate about, the things that you are obsessed about, the things that make you tick. So that's really important. So that's stage number 3. Now, stage number 4 is to brainstorm ideas and business things that you can really do. So in this step, just really go to town. You know, think about anything and everything. It could be setting up a pub, you know, it could be, you know, starting a social media business, it could be a network marketing business, it could be property, it could be anything. It could be buying parts from, you know, importing and exporting. It could be Amazon, it could be eBay, it could be anything. So the more ideas you can throw into the mix, the better. At this stage, it's just a brainstorming stage, so it doesn't matter which, you know, what you're going to pick, but it's a brainstorming session. So that's step number 4. So number 5, when you get to choose, is now linking step number 4, which is all the brainstorming ideas that you have come up with. Link those with step number 4, which is your values and the things you're passionate about. And also number 2, where you're trying to understand your strengths and weaknesses and the value that you can offer. So, for example, if you know, according to your values, let's say you are a Christian person, for example, you are unlikely to pick from your brainstorming, you know, running a pub, for example, because that is not congruent to your beliefs and your values. So at this stage, you then start to, you know, to whittle down your options of the things that you can do. So you'll find that if financial freedom is important to you, so that passive income is really important to you, you want to earn without exchanging your time for money, you could find that things like property and things are more like the way that you should go. And if you find as part of your strength, you're a person who is personable, you can speak to people, you can network well, you can do a lot of things, you'll find that network marketing could be a route for you. So in this step 5, that's where you're whittling down all your options against your values and your strengths and your weaknesses. Yeah. So once you can nail down a few options, then you can go deeper and get to pick one which is really a business strategy or a worth creating strategy that you can do, which is in line with your values, it's in line with your big reason why, and it's also congruent with an area that you would like to pursue and do. And another consideration at this stage is all about leverage as well. So how you can get to do more for less. So if think about how you would like to scale and how you see this vision going for you. So if, for example, you want to go big in a way that you're earning without exchanging your time for money, look at the leveraging opportunities. Is there parts in there that you can outsource so that you can expand your empire, you can do more? There are certain things that do not render themselves to outsourcing. So if you're going to start a shop, for example, repairing bikes, you know, that's going to be a one-man band. So, or if you're going to be a van man doing removals, for example, that's going to be just you. So scope for leverage, I mean, of course you could get other vans and employ other drivers. So you can look into opportunities of leveraging around the area that you pick. So and also in terms of accessories, the things that you can bolt on to help you in all this 5-step model, you can start to think about the role of networking, for example. You know, how you know, you can leverage other people who also have specific skills in certain areas to work with you in order to help you in your journey of creating wealth from broke. And also look at the role of social media, for example. how can social media help you to expand your profile, to go out there and put your message out there so that it can start to help you to build your business. So the basis and the moral of this 5-step model is that as long as you can identify areas where you can add value or improve processes, you don't need money. So you can start creating worth from a process of being broke. If money is your weakness, look at your strength in other areas so that you can offer those strengths to people whose strength is money, and you two can link up together and create joint ventures that can start helping you to create wealth that you're building. And this can grow massive. I mean, if you look in property, for example, you can find deals as a deal sourcing person and offer this to people who have money and charge anything up to £3,000-4,000. As long as you're creating value, if you find a property deal, for example, that's gonna net someone £100,000, there'll be it makes sense to them to pay you even £10,000 because they make £90,000. So, but you have created that value, and it's enabling you to start building your worth as well because of the creation of that value. So, it is a fact that being broke or not having money is not something that should stop you from creating worth, because if you follow that 5-step model, find out your why, and also work out the areas where you can create value, areas where you can build strength, where money is a weakness, you can start to use those to develop a business or something that will create wealth from broke without actually needing that money. So I hope that's been quite helpful, and you'll probably get to see these concepts expanded over time. But just to give you a quick snapshot of those 5-step models of how you can create worth, but also to get you to understand the concept of value and your SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, and the opportunities and threats and opportunities in terms of the joint ventures you can create to start building your self-worth from the strength that you have, if money is a limitation for you. So I hope you go out there, experience, learn, and grow, and in time share your ideas. So thanks, guys, for today.